Good afternoon. It's Easter Sunday, April 4th. I'm going to talk about a subject that's sort of a mystery to me. I don't really have the answers, and that's how potters, artists, involve their children successfully in what they do. And I guess the key word there is successfully, because you can more or less force them. I mean, I've certainly forced my children to come along with me to fairs and to help clerk and so forth and so on. I'm struck by the examples in history of long-running families of potters. Um, and by long-running, I mean that can be, children, grandchildren, so forth. Although I believe the Raku family in Japan is running on the 26th generation, maybe 29th generation. Different culture. I don't know how that gets sustained. Some may be that you're in a culture where it's just what everybody does. It's a village of potters, and that's what you do, and your role may vary. Not but the business, keeps going. And I've mentioned potteries as businesses and how that relates to retirement. And it's basically, the two things. Either you build up, Bob's pots, and then at retirement you sell it to somebody else who's going to pretend to be Bob or rename it, but you get some sort of deal where either all the tools and kilns. I mean, by preference, you get a deal where the house, the studio, the gallery, the customer list, everything has value and goes to the next potter and so forth. It's actually sort of a reason not to include your personal name in the name of the business. Okay, that's when you're selling it to a stranger. The second is obviously if your kids take it over and allow dad to make pots every now and again, but they run the business. Well, that's a form of protecting your retirement. You need anyway. But the issue of whether your child, on any terms, becomes an artist, particularly in the same field, is tough. And I've met one woman in particular who, and probably my kids too, who were struck by how much work was involved, that they pretty much spent their adulthood, trying to find something that was either less work or paid better. I think the best you can do is give them a chance. In Seth Cardu's case, he went off to have another career to get the hell away from the pottery, and then in his 40s came back. And that may be the case for some situations. It's a mystery to me. How do you involve that next generation? Anyway, have a good day.